Good morning. In the last session, I had given about the format of the issue of shares at par or the various journal entries passed in the application, allotment and the final call or first call and the final call. Now, let me explain this with the help of one illustration. Let us see that Ganesh Company Limited issued 20,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each. The amount was payable as follows: rupees 10 on application, rupees 50 on allotment and rupees 40 on final call. So all the shares were subscribed and the amount was duly received. Pass the necessary journal entries. Now in this illustration, first of all, we should know the number of equity shares we are issuing and the people, how many of them are subscribing. Here the issue is 20,000 and all the shares are subscribed. Means 20,000 shares are also subscribed by the company and company has received the 100% response. Now on the application it is 10 rupees they have collected first. So in the format, as I said, the company in response to the prospectus will receive the money. Bank account to share application account. Because it is equity, we are writing to equity share application account. Number of shares are 20,000. Bar rate is 10. So 20,000 into 10, 2 lakh rupees I have to write debit. To equity share application account 2 lakh. The application account is like a liability account. Some of them say it is like a personal account. Liability account is again cancelled in the next entry by debiting this liability and creating another liability known as equity share capital account. The purpose of the company is to collect the money for the capital. Capital is a liability and the money collected is an asset, that is the bank account. So now equity share application account debit to equity share capital account. The same entry, whatever I have received, I am transferring that money to the share capital account. This is the two entries we pass it. Thereafter, the public doesn't know. Public has given you 10 rupees in the first case. Later on, when the company requires money, another 50 rupees from the shareholders, the company has to send the notice of allotment to the shareholders regarding that they have been allotted the shares and the money is due on those shares to be paid by them. So, company makes the next entry for the shareholders that the shares have been allotted. The third entry will be the equity share allotment account. So, this entry, third journal entry is passed, equity share allotment account, debit. So, here again the number of shares are 20,000 and we are expecting what? We are expecting to collect 50 rupees. So, into 50 I have to do and write it as debit 10 lakhs rupees. Now, let me pass the entry to equity share capital account. Two entry, one debit, one credit. We had asking the money for our capital account to raise by 10 lakhs. So, the equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account 10 lakh rupees. So, number of shares 20,000 into what is our allotment rate 50. So, 20,000 into 50. If we multiply, we will get it as 10 lakh rupee. Now, let us come for the third entry of the book. In the third entry, again we go for the equity share by money collected. The whatever we have called, this money will be paid by the shareholders. So, it is 20,000 into 50. Already you know we have sent a notice for 50 rupees. So, for 50 rupees, 20,000 into 50, 10 lakh rupee are you are collecting, because they have said all the money due were collected. So and the amount was duly received. So to equity share allotment account. We are cancelling our allotment. In the books what remains is bank account debit and the share capital account credit remains from the two entries if you make the ledger account. So here the narration for the third and the fourth entry. For the third entry we say being allotment money due. Whenever the company calls them to pay, being allotment money due on 20,000 shares at rupees 50 each. Now in the fourth entry, being allotment money received. So we have collected the money means we have to write it as being allotment money received, because all of them have paid on 20,000 shares at rupees 50 each. Now let us come for the another entry, that is the first and final call. Sometimes it is written, sometimes just final call, because there is only one call you have made. That is the, we will write the entry for that. What is the final call money? So final call money, fifth entry. So every stage of installment, for application 2 entries, for allotment 2 entries, for the final call again 2 entries. So here it is equity share, final call account, debit to equity share capital account. So here again the number of shares are 20,000. So you have to write 20,000 into 40, that is 8 lakhs rupees. 20,000 into 40, 8 lakh. So if you want, you can small note, you can write here into 40. Being final call money due. After the allotment, final call. Being final call money due on 20,000 shares at rupees 40 each. Finally, this money is also collected. So, the final entry for this will be bank account to equity share final call account. The final third entry will be sixth entry, that is bank account to equity share final call account. So all of them have paid me the money. There is nothing that I do not receive the money. So here 8 lakh, here again 8 lakh I have to write. So 20,000 into 40, we have received the money. Bank account to equity share final call account. So if you preferably, we can write this again, repeat, being final call money received. Now let us come for the problem. Here this is issue of shares at par and money wholly collected. And being final call money received on 20,000 shares. Now it is not impossible that all the shareholders will be paid me the money as and when company called up. Sometimes one or two shareholders holding the shares may not pay me the money. At that time, we call it that as issue of shares at par and with the cost calls in arrear. When the money is not paid, though called up, it is known as calls in arrears. So let us solve one problem with the example of when the people, some of them do not pay the money on the calls, issue of shares at par with calls in arrears. Let us come for the next topic in the coming session. So now all of you are thorough with the bank account to equity share allotment account. First is the entry A I have given for the fourth entry. Then equity share final call account to equity share capital account, bank account to equity share final call account. So the last three entries I have repeated again so that you can finally be thorough with the various journal entries in the books of accounts. Now let us come for the next session, that is the issue of shares at par with calls in arrears. Now I have taken an illustration with a Mysore, instead of Ganesh Company, Mysore Company Limited. The same illustration has the number of shares 20,000. Only the difference is here rupees 10 on application, 50 on allotment and 40 on final call. All the shares was received, were subscribed and the amount was duly received except the final call on 1000 shares. Pass the journal entries. Now whenever some call is on shares are not paid, it is known as the calls in arrear. So this will affect only in the sixth entry of the problem, and all the previous entries will be same. So now already you know the first entry will be bank account and the debit, that is by 20,000 into 10, that is 2 lakh rupees for the entry passed. Now the entry is passed, bank account debit to equity share application account. The second entry, as you are aware, the equity share application account debit to equity share capital account with the 2 lakh rupees. So that the money whatever you have received is meant for the capital. Once the company receives the response of the, it can create a capital account. Now the shares, whenever they have created a capital account, means they have allotted the shares. Now let us come for the third entry, where the amount due on allotment, the company has to give a call to the shareholders that you have been allotted and you have to pay the money on the allotment. So the next third entry will be equity share allotment account debit So already we know that the entry for this is 10 lakhs rupees, as I said in the previous illustration, 10 lakhs, 20,000 into 50 to equity share capital account. Here now we are sure we can create capital account first, and then the 0.5 shareholders will pay the money to me of 10 lakhs which due I am telling them to pay. So company gives a notice for the allotment, being allotment money due on 20,000 shares at rupees 50 each. Now the next entry, whenever the company gives a notice, after a few days the company will receive the money from the shareholders. Because they have not given date wise, we are just writing serial numbers and writing the entries. So usually dates are also prescribed in some of the problems. At that time we adopt the date. To equity share allotment account. So here the entry will be 10 lakh and credit 10 lakh, being allotment money received. on 20,000 shares at rupees 50 each. Now, let us come for the final call entry. Final call entry, as already have told you, it is the same thing, that is the equity share, final call account to equity share, capital account. Here it is, amount will be 20,000 into 40. So it is 8 lakhs. Now let us come for the last entry, how it will be passed. So in the final call money narration, we write it as being final call money due on 20,000 shares at rupees 40 each. As I said, final call money, whatever you have called up, to pay them 8 lakhs rupees, people are not paying them 8 lakhs because 1000 shares, it is a calls in arrear account. So now there is a calls in, with the calls in arrear account, you can pass the entry, or without calls in arrear also you can pass this entry. First let us pass the entry without calls in arrear by first deleting the 1000 shares. Now 20,000 I have called up. They will 20,000 minus 1000 shares into what I have to do, 40. So I have not received 40,000 rupees. So here the entry will be the money whatever is not received, I have to less that, that is 19,000 into 40, 7,60,000 to equity share final call account. So here the narration will be being final call money received only on the 19,000 share. At rupees 40 each. Now this can be written in another way, sixth entry. This sixth entry I can produce in another way, writing the calls in arrear account also, showing the calls in arrear made. So I just passed the entry how this is written with calls in arrear. The sixth entry again I am repeating, or so it can be passed with two debits. Calls in arrear is a loss to the company till they don't recover. So calls in arrears account debit to equity share final call account. Here we don't change the final call account, just we have brought into the picture calls in arrear account. Whenever that person pays 40,000, this calls in arrear account will be cancelled, or if they do not pay, it will result in the forfeiture of shares. So here it will be 7,60,000, 40,000 and credit will be 8 lakhs. So final call account, it is showing the same final call account, only calls in arrear has come into picture. Here 19,000 into 40 I have made, and here 1,000 into 40 calls in arrear, because except the 1,000. So we have finally, what was our final call money? We expected 8 lakhs but we received 7,60,000. 40,000 is still in arrears. Now we will come for the issue of shares at a premium. How the shares are issued at a premium by a company which is having a reputation in the next session, and issue of shares at a premium and issue of shares at a premium with calls in arrear. And next section we will be doing that. And finally, those who do not pay the money will be for their shares review, that will be in the another session. Today we will wind up the class for this session. This is the complete explanation of issue of shares at par. Also like and subscribe this channel which I am helping the student due to the corona effect of the students facing the problems.